When Natalie Mordovtseva first appeared on 90 Day Fiancé, she seemed like the kind of woman everyone would root for. Beautiful, mysterious, and passionate. She had big dreams, a strong personality, and a belief that love could conquer anything. But as the seasons went by, that fairy tale image shattered. What started as a romantic journey for love turned into one of the most chaotic, emotional roller coasters in the show's history. Natalie didn't just become a fan favorite, she became one of the most complicated figures in 90 Day Fiancé history. When Natalie met Mike Youngquist, fans were intrigued. Mike was simple, quiet, and grounded, a small-town guy from Washington State. Natalie, on the other hand, was from Ukraine. Ambitious, fiery, and deeply emotional. At first, their differences felt exciting, even romantic. But soon, those same differences became their downfall. From the very beginning, their relationship was filled with tension. Natalie wanted passion, spirituality, and constant attention. Mike wanted peace, logic, and space. Every conversation seemed to end in an argument. Religion, diet, children, trust. Everything became a battle. Natalie called Mike lazy and unromantic. Mike called Natalie dramatic and controlling. The chemistry that once brought them together started to tear them apart. The longer they were together, the clearer it became that they were living two separate realities. Natalie believed she was in a fairy tale love story, that she could change Mike, mold him into her vision of the perfect husband. But Mike just wanted something simple, a woman who loved him for who he was, not who she wanted him to be. And then came the breaking point. Natalie's insecurities and jealousy began to consume her. She accused Mike of cheating, doubted his loyalty, and constantly tested his patience. Mike tried to stay calm, but eventually, the distance between them became impossible to ignore. Their fights were no longer just arguments, they were explosions. When Natalie finally left Mike, fans were divided. Some saw a woman who was tired of being misunderstood. Others saw someone who couldn't appreciate a good man. Either way, Natalie wasn't done with the spotlight. Not even close. After leaving Mike, Natalie tried to reinvent herself. She appeared on 90 Day The Single Life, hoping to find a new start. And that's where she met Josh Weinstein, a handsome modeling agency CEO from Los Angeles. On paper, Josh was everything Mike wasn't: confident, stylish, successful, and emotionally unavailable. Natalie fell for him fast, too fast. But once again, her emotions became her biggest enemy. She wanted love, commitment, and a future. Josh wanted fun, freedom, and no strings attached. Natalie cried, begged, and pushed for more, while Josh kept her at arm's length. It was a painful déjà vu for fans watching, a reminder that Natalie was chasing the same dream in a different man. On the last resort, Natalie opened up about her heartbreak, her fears, and the toll that love had taken on her. For the first time, viewers saw beyond the drama. She wasn't evil, she was broken. And that vulnerability finally earned her some sympathy. But Natalie being Natalie, she didn't stay down for long. Instead of hiding from the public eye, she decided to transform herself completely. She started taking acting classes, joined modeling gigs, and even re-enrolled in college to study journalism. She wanted to rebuild her identity, not as a reality star's ex-wife, but as a woman with purpose. Fans who followed her on social media began to notice the change. She seemed calmer, more focused, and more confident in her own skin. Gone was the constant drama and self-pity. In its place was a woman determined to control her own story for the first time. Natalie also began participating in pageants, something that shocked many fans. But for her, it wasn't about beauty. It was about empowerment. Standing on that stage, she said, made her feel powerful again, like she finally had a voice that didn't depend on anyone else. She started acting in small films and modeling for local brands, slowly building a life outside the shadow of 90 Day Fiancé. And while some fans still criticized her for being too much, others began to respect her resilience, because no matter how messy her journey was, Natalie never gave up on herself. Her transformation wasn't perfect, and maybe it never will be. But that's what makes her story so compelling. She's a reminder that healing doesn't always look graceful. Sometimes it looks chaotic, emotional, and unpredictable, but it's still progress. From being accused of manipulation to finding her voice again, Natalie has shown both the best and worst sides of herself on camera. She's made mistakes, burned bridges, and lost love. But she's also grown, learned, and evolved. Today, Natalie Mordovtseva isn't just the dramatic woman from 90 Day Fiancé. She's an actress, a student, a pageant contestant, and most importantly, a survivor. She's proof that even after public heartbreak, personal failure, and relentless criticism, reinvention is always possible. Love her or hate her, you can't deny one thing. Natalie Mordovtseva never gave up on herself. And maybe that's what makes her story worth remembering.